to, for me, I'm going to put on just like a little playlist in the background, but you guys aren't going to be able to hear it most likely. However, if you want to find your own playlist, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to use one of Level Ground's playlists, my Spotify is Level Ground 2013. And the title of the playlist that I'm using today is, I make up really ridiculous names. It's Best Yoga Playlist Ever.kkkk.April 2019. So it's from April 2019. Otherwise, if you want to take a second and find whatever music you would like to accompany your practice, feel more than welcome to do that. And so once you figure out whatever you're going to do for your music situation, if you happen to have some form of block-like item that you can use, that is awesome, because I would love if we could start in a kind of like legs up the wall situation with a block. But what you can do, if you don't have, you can use a block, a book, a blanket, a pillow, kind of anything where you can get on your back, find the edge of the block, put it underneath your sacrum, and then your legs are gonna just be right here. Your neck and your head is nice and long. And the tip of whatever you have is just right underneath your sacrum. So that's located like right kind of like above your butt crack, this kind of like bony part right here. So just take a moment to get some type of thing that could mimic a block. If you can't find anything that you would like to use, that's no problem whatsoever. Then in your case, let's just go ahead and you can start in Supta Baddha Konasana like we've done several times, where feet together, knees apart, and you're just on your back with your hand over your heart and your belly. So you can start with that option, or if you just jumped on, then you're going to find something that can mimic a block, and then just bring your legs up so that your ankles are stacked over your hips. And once you get settled, you can start to deepen and lengthen the breath. And start to just draw awareness into the inhale and the exhale. Inhale from the low belly all the way up through mid-belly, through chest, hold at the top, and exhale. Inhale from low belly through mid belly, chest. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale, soften the face. Soften the muscles of the eyes. Let the head be heavy against the mat. Notice the areas of tension as your awareness just moves from the top of your head gradually down the facial muscles, the neck, the shoulders. Notice if you're creating some tension in the chest through the breath. Just allow the breath to flow naturally. Release any tension that you have in the hands, any gripping that you have in the fingers. Any tension that you have in the legs, gripping that you might carry in the knees, in the ankles, in the feet, and in the toes. And just allow yourself to relax completely. stay here for the next few moments of stillness. Just notice the effect that this process of surrender intention within the body has on surrender intention in the mind as well. Start to move into a couple of rounds of breath work, or if you would just like to phase out my voice and just be with yourself, feel free to do that. Otherwise, prepare as we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 3, exhale for 4, hold for 3. Prepare. And begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3. One more round on your own. Using the block or whatever prop it is, you can start to take that out from underneath you. If your knees are splayed outwards, you can use the hands on the outside edges of the thigh to move them in. And then everyone will draw their knees towards their chest and give themselves a squeeze around the shins with your arms, making yourself into a tiny little ball. And either stay here if it feels really nice, or perhaps you take a moment in Happy Baby, where you grab the outside edges of the feet with the hands, the knees come to the outside edges of the torso, and perhaps you extend one leg, and then the other. Perhaps you just draw the knees to the outside edges of the torso and let your head relax. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale, gather your knees back in front of your chest. Bring chin to knees. Give yourself a squeeze as you come into little rocky movements forward and back. And then when you're ready, through your seat and find yourself in tabletop pose. In tabletop, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. Your hips are stacked over your knees. Find a flat back to neutralize the spine, tuck in the tailbone. Breathe here a moment as you ground yourself. And inhale, belly drops, chest shines forward, face forward, inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Look towards nature. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale. Keep on going on your own for a few breaths. Every inhale pulls the belly down and the chest forward in between the arms. And every exhale rounds the spine as you look towards your own belly button. Since you know what we're working on, close your eyes if you feel comfortable so that you can truly be with yourself in your own breath. One breath per movement. And just breathe. And start to make your way, when you feel ready, into a downward facing dog. On your next exhale, so toes will tuck and the hips will lift high towards the sky. And then you'll find a slight or significant bend in the knees, focusing on elongating that torso, pressing the finger mounds actively to the mat to lengthen the spine. And then perhaps one at a time, we bend one knee while we extend the other, pedaling out the feet, pedaling out the legs, just gradually lengthening out the back of the legs. And then eventually you'll find stillness. Perhaps you maintain that bend in the knees to begin with, or perhaps gradually over the course of time, the heels will go in the direction of the mat. And then just breathe here for a couple of moments in your downward facing dog. Take a look at your fingers. Make sure that they're evenly spread. And then make sure that the middle fingers are facing the outside corners of the mat. This will help to prevent you from dumping weight into the wrists. So you're evenly distributing the weight among your 10 fingers, right? And then go ahead and step that left foot in the center of your mat as you inhale the right leg high to the sky, bend to the right knee, open up the right hip. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, square off the hips, straighten that right leg. And then bring the right foot to where the left foot was as you inhale the left leg up high towards the sky. Open up the left hip, bend to the left knee, breathe here. And then start to straighten that left leg, square out the hips to the mat. And then find down dog once again. Together we inhale the right leg up. And slowly exhale the right knee to chest. Step the right foot in between the hands. Listen. Left knee is going to stay down, left hand is going to stay down as we open up into a side twist. Inhale. Exhale, power on the legs and bring yourself into a twisted low lunge. Inhale, right arm comes down, up. Fingers touch, look up. Exhale, hands bring right foot, tuck the left toes. Inhale, left foot to the top of the mat to meet the right. And exhale to your fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, sit back in your chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms sweep up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, hands frame the feet. Tent the fingers, right foot to the back of the mat, right knee touches down. Inhale, both arms up in the center, fingers touch, look up. And exhale, twist towards the left. Left hand down, circles around and up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, hands frame the left foot, tuck the right toes. Left foot meets the right in the back of the mat, plank pose. Inhale, come forward in that plank. Touch the knees down. Exhale for knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose, heart shines forward. Exhale, melt the chest down. Press yourself back through tabletop, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to chest, left foot steps in between the hands. Right hand stays down as you inhale, the left arm high to the sky. Exhale, lifts the torso up in your twisted low lunge. Inhale, left hand down and circles around. Fingers touch in the center, look up. Exhale, hands frame left foot, tuck the right toes. Inhale to your flat back, hit the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, here it comes, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, the torso bends down. Fingers tent, left foot to the back of the mat, left knee touches down. Inhale, both arms sweep up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, open to the right, twisted low lunge. Inhale, the right arm circles down and up. And exhale, hands frame the right foot, tuck the left toes, plank pose. Inhale, round, come forward slightly. Touch those knees down, knees, chest, chin. And we inhale for cobra pose. Exhale, heart melts down. And then we press ourselves back through tabletop to downward facing dog. Adding on. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to chest, right foot steps in between the hands, nice and slow. Inhale, right arm comes up, open. Exhale, come up all the way to your twisted low lunge. Inhale, both arms sweep up in the center. And exhale, hands frame the right foot, tuck the left toes. Inhale, and you're flat back at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana chair pose. Stay in your chair pose, hands through heart center, left elbow to right knee in your twisted chair. Stay for the inhale. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, come back through center chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, the arms sweep up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, fold everything down. Inhale, tap the fingers. And exhale, right foot to the back of the mat. Right knee touches down. Inhale, arms sweep up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, fingers touch, look up. And then exhale, hands frame the left foot this time. The right toes tuck, the right knee lifts. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, extend that front knee and fold. You can have a slight or significant bend in the front knee. Inhale, runner's lunge. And exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, take a walk on the right side of your mat so that you're in a forward fold. And then your fingers tent right underneath your shoulders. So your inhale, you straighten the arms and lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, straighten the arms into your flat back. And exhale, fold. Left hand beneath your nose. Inhale, sweeping that right arm up. And stay for the exhale. Inhale, open up any degree further. And exhale, take a bend in that right knee. And find prayer position, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms open. And exhale, hands call to the top of the mat. Left foot steps back and you find plank pose. Either touch the knees down or find knees, chest, chin simultaneously. And then the inhale, we pull the heart through. And exhale, press everything back, perhaps through tabletop or through plank pose, for downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to chest, left foot in between the hands. Right knee touches down. Inhale, the left arm sweeps up. Exhale, power on those legs and bring the torso upright in your twist. Inhale, left arm down, around, and up. Low lunge. Exhale, hands frame the left foot, tuck the right toes. Inhale, right foot steps next to the left and you're flat back at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And then stay in your chair as the hands come through heart center. Right elbow to the outside of left knee this time. For twisted chair, breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, through center, chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, everything folds down. Fingers tent. And then we bring left foot to the back of the mat. Left knee touches down. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, open up to the right, twisted low lunge. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands frame the right foot, tuck the left toes, lift that left knee. Inhale in your runner's lunge. Exhale, straighten the right leg and hold. Inhale, take a bend to that right knee, runner's lunge. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bend to the right knee. And exhale, take a walk down the left side of your mat. And you find yourself in a forward fold. The fingers tent underneath the shoulders. Now inhale, we flatten that back, straighten the arms. And exhale, fold. Inhale, find a flat spine. Exhale, fold. This time, right hand underneath the nose. Inhale, left arm scoots up. And exhale, bend that left knee. Find hands at heart center. Inhale, open up the arms like wings. And exhale, hands crawl to the front of your mat to frame the right foot. Right foot steps to the back of the mat to meet the left. Either touch down the knees or shift forward. And then move to knees, chest, chin. Inhale, broaden the chest. And exhale, heart melts down to the earth. Through tabletop or plank pose. To find downward facing dog. Take a moment here in down dog. You can take a moment to just see if your heels are becoming any more grounded towards the direction of the mat. You can take a moment anytime during practice if you feel tired to touch the knees down in child's pose. So just to let you know that's always an option and you never need to push through it. Though I always recommend that you try to challenge yourself to the best of your abilities. But just know that that is always an option. All right. So in down dog, inhale, right leg up, right bend in the right knee, open up the right hip. And then we take 2 circles inwards. And then 2 circles out. Your second circle, you'll straighten that right leg. And then right foot will touch next to left. As you inhale, the left leg high to the sky, bend to the left knee, open up the left hip. And take 2 circles in. And then 2 circles out. And at the end of your second circle, you'll straighten that left leg and then touch the left foot next to the right. Together we'll inhale and bend at the knees. And exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale into your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Take a listen. Inhale, the arms sweep up. The right hand grabs the left wrist so that we can take a side bend towards the right. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale back to center. Left hand grabs right wrist this time. Lengthen on the inhale. And exhale, side bend towards the left. And together we come back to center. Lengthen as the fingertips touch and you look up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, hands at the shins or the earth. Exhale, hands to the mat, step, or float into your halfway push-up. Inhale, cobra pose or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now either stay in down dog Or you'll inhale, right leg high to the sky, bend to the right knee, open up the right hip. And then you'll keep that right leg lifted as you come into three-legged plank pose. Come on to pivot onto the left foot, and then side plank with the left hand down. Breathe here. And to modify, you can always have that bottom knee down. And then this is stage one, stage 2. Come back to center, and then press yourself back to downward facing dog. We'll do the other side in a second. Feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And fold on the exhale. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, fold everything down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, step or float to chaturanga. Inhale, forward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Either stay here or bring left leg high to the sky. Open up the left hip for a moment before we shift into three-legged plank pose. And then pivot onto that right foot. And once again, you can modify as needed. Inhale. And exhale back through center. Press yourself up to three-legged downward facing dog before touching that left foot to the mat. Feet together and bend at the knees. Prepare. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, forward facing Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now either stay in Adho Mukha Svanasana or right leg high to the sky, shift forward into your three-legged plank pose. Shift on, pivot onto that left foot and either stay here or perhaps that right foot steps behind the left leg and you find yourself in block start pose. Inhale. And exhale back through center. Bring yourself back in three-legged downward facing dog. And then touch that right foot down. Last sun egg. Feet together and bend at the knees. Feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Hands to the earth for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Last round, either stay here or left leg high in the sky, open up left hip, bend to the left knee. And then either shift forward and stay in three-legged plank pose or side plank, or you have the option to come into wild thing and rock star on the side. Breathe your inhale. And exhale back through center. And then you press yourself back to three-legged downward facing dog, lying down dog. And then you can touch the knees down for child's pose. If for whatever reason you're not inclined to take child's pose, then you can just hang out in down dog or dolphin pose. But other than that, I'm going to assume that a lot of you are in child's pose. So I'll cue you to bring your hands to the right corner of the mat. And then as you do that, you're extending to your right to lengthen out the left side body. Breathe here. Inhale, fill up the lungs. And then exhale, hands crawl back through center towards the left side of the mat. You're going to notice that as you go to the left side of the mat, the right hip is going to want to jump forward, try to level off the hips so that you get that full elongation in the right side torso. Breathe here. And then come back to center. Once you come back to center, then you'll find your way into downward facing dog. And from down dog, feet together and bend at the knees. And exhale, step or float, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana in your chair pose here. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale, left elbow to right knee, twisting chair. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. And so check it out. That left foot will ground down. You're going to try to bring that right heel off the mat. The torso will rise, and you're going to try to bring that right knee with it, and you're going to be standing. Then once you're fully standing, then you can unwind the arms, and then place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh for tree pose. Breathe into your tree. Stay there. Perhaps in your tree, the arms will float up. Perhaps the gaze will float up. And then when you're ready, release. Same, other side. Inhale into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then right elbow to the outside of left knee. And then look down at your feet for stability. You ground down the four corners of the right foot so that the left heel can become very light. And then the ball of the foot becomes light as you bring yourself up to stand in your twist. And then you come back through center. Perhaps use that left hand to guide the left foot on the inside of the right thigh, above or below the knee. And then perhaps the arms rise. Plug in that right hip, inhale. And take your time. When you're ready, you'll release what you have. And then together we inhale, the arms sweep up. And then exhale, fold everything down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the earth. You can always step in a down dog or you'll move through your vinyasa. But always feel free to skip a vinyasa if you need to. And then just reground yourself into your down dog. Breathe here. Next round, adding on. Feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Then keep the chair as the hands come to heart center. And then that left elbow will come, I'm going to mirror you. The left elbow will come on the outside of the right knee and you'll find twisting chair. I'll take a moment here and look down at your feet. You'll become very firm again in that right foot as the left ball of the foot lifts and then extends left leg back. And then once it's fully extended back, then you'll come into a twisting high lunge. Maintain the twist, inhale. And perhaps you open up the arms here. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale, legs power on, and you find yourself in your full twist as the torso rises. Inhale, open up the arms any degree further. And then exhale, windmill around for warrior two. Now in your warrior two, ground yourself for a moment. And the inhale, we straighten the right leg, fingers touch, look up. And exhale, bend to the right knee. Inhale, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, bend to that right knee. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands around to meet the right foot. Now listen, step into down dog Mudra Vinyasa, or if you want to, you're going to come into your side plank on the left side. So the right foot will step on top of the left foot, and you come into your side plank here. Inhale. And then exhale, downward facing dog. You can also add on Vinyasa if you want to. In down dog, your feet will come together and you'll bend in the knees. Exhale, feet to hands to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, hands through heart center. This time, right elbow to left knee. Breathe here for a moment in your twisting chair. And then start to ground that left foot into the mat. Right heel lifts. Right ball of the foot lifts to extend that right leg back. And then you drop that right foot back, the ball of the foot. Perhaps you open up the arms here towards the left side. Inhale. And then power on the legs so that you open up the chest, torso rises. Inhale here. And exhale, windmill the arms around to find warrior two. In your warrior two, we inhale, straighten that left leg, fingers touch, look up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior variation. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, hands windmill to frame the left foot. Either go to down dog vinyasa, or if you're following me, find yourself in side plank on the right side. Breathe here, inhale. And then exhale, either step to down dog, or you can always move to your vinyasa, or your vinyasa. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, prepared. You'll have a break in a moment, but not now. Inhale, feet together and bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale, hand to heart center. Twist right elbow over left knee. So we're starting off the same. Look down at your feet. Get nice and light in the right. I'm so sorry. Under your twist, then you're going to bring your left elbow across to right knee. I'm no longer here. Give me a second. So now you're twisting towards the right. Left heel becomes light. Left ball of the foot becomes light as you extend that left leg back and find yourself in twisting high lunge. Open up the arms, inhale. Exhale, power on the legs to come upright. Inhale, open up any degree further. Exhale, windmill the arms around for warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior variation. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Pay attention. Inhale, flying warrior. And exhale, bend into that left knee just like we did at the beginning of the class. Inhale, open up the arms. Stay for the exhale. We're going to come into flying warrior. Prepare. Inhale, shift your weight forward to the front of the mat, and then find a little bit of lift off in that back leg. Inhale, reach it forward. And exhale, left foot steps down for warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, hands windmill down to frame the right foot. Either move to vinyasa, find down dog, or come into left side plank, stay here, or right foot behind left foot to find rock star. Inhale. And exhale, move through vinyasa, or find downward facing dog. Inhale, feet together, bend the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And keep the chair in the hips. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then twist right elbow over left knee. Look down. Become very heavy in the left foot and very light in the right foot. As you pick that foot up and extend the right leg back to find twisting high lunge. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, power on the legs. Come into an upright spine. Inhale. And exhale, swim those arms around for warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior variation. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, bend to that right knee. Inhale, open up the arms. And then prepare, you know what's coming. That left palm is going to swivel upwards. And then we find lift off towards the front of our mat for flying warrior. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands bring that left foot. Weight comes into the right hand as you come into that side plank or your rock star. Inhale. And exhale, back we go. Through vinyasa. Or just back to downward facing dog. And then go ahead, open up the feet, 2 mats width apart, and then crawl the hands back. And then we'll all meet in Malasana here. And just take a moment in your Malasana. We're not going to be here long, but because we are spending a good amount of time on our wrists, let's go ahead and give ourselves a high five. And then rotate our wrists in one direction. And then switch directions. Good. Go ahead and touch the knees down. And then right here, my palms are facing you. Now they're facing me, and my knuckles are facing you. And now my knuckles are onto the mat, right? So my palms are up, knuckles are down to the mat. And then I'm just going to take a couple of moments in cat-cow to release the wrists. If this is a little much, you can do one wrist at a time. And then flip. And then when you're ready, you'll come back to Malasana here. If you want to, I'm not going to show it now, but if you know crow and you want to do it a second, feel free. We are going to do a couple of side crows later on in practice, so you might want to save your wrists, but if you feel like you're ready for crow, then go ahead. Don't mind to stop you. And then when you guys are ready, you'll meet back in downward facing dog. So adding on to the sequence because that is what we do in down dog. Once again, pay attention. Those finger mounts are there to help you. So if you're feeling a lot of pressure in your wrist, that means you need to activate your finger mounts even further by pressing them actively into the mat, actively and energetically making sure the fingers are spread. We see this a lot, like mittens. It's going to be like this, like jazz hands, even though I hate that analogy, okay? And then become aware of your breath and feet together and bend at the knees on the inhale. And exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, hands through heart center, left elbow over right knee. Look down at your feet. Become very heavy in the right foot and very light in the left heel. And then the left ball of the foot. Bring that left leg back to find that twisted high lunge. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, straighten up. Inhale, reach actively forward and back with the fingertips. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior variation. And exhale, warrior two. One more. Inhale, flying warrior variation. Exhale, bring a bend to that left knee. Inhale, open up the arms, either stay here, or right hand becomes behind the right leg, and we bring ourselves into a warrior's bridge. Stay for the inhale. And on the exhale, we come back through center. And then preparing for flying warrior. Reach that right hand forward in expectation. And then bring weight to the front of the mat, into that right foot. And then find some lift off. Inhale. And exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, side ankle pose this time. So in side ankle, your forearm can be on the thigh, or it can be on whatever you use for your prop, or it can be directly on the mat here. Breathe in your side angle. And if you would like to, you can also take a half bind or a full bind. Prioritize opening up the chest here. So if you're dropping that left shoulder a lot towards the mat, then go ahead and just stick with a half bind or don't use a bind. Prepare for half move. Release the bind if you have it. Right hand comes forward and to the right as you find lift off once again for your half move. And breathe here. Perhaps that left arm opens up as well. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, hands bring that right foot. You know what's coming. Either go through Vinyasa, downward facing dog, or one more opportunity to find rock star pose on the left side. Come back to center, move to down dog, or if you want to, you can always take that Vinyasa before you find the feet together and bend the knees. Your down dog. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, round the spine up, arms sweep up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, hands through heart center, and then right elbow over left knee, twisting chair. Look down at your feet, heavy in the left, light in the right. As you bring that right foot back, extend into the back of the mat. In your twisting high lunge, open up the arms with the inhale. Exhale, torso rises, arms actively reach. Breathe one more time, inhale. Exhale, swivel those arms around, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior. And warrior two on the exhale. Inhale, flying warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior, and this time bring a nice sizable bend in that right knee. Open up the arms on the inhale. And then perhaps left hand comes behind left leg. You find warrior's bridge. Breathe here, inhale. Plugging that shoulder. And when you're ready, you start to slowly come back to center. Prepare for that flying warrior. Reach that left arm forward as if you were serving a tray. And then bring a sizable bend in that left knee as that right leg finds a little bit of lift off. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, side angle pose. So once again, if you took a half or full bind on this side, then now's the time to replicate it. On the last side, then now's the time to replicate it on this side. Breathe here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And the exhale, start to slowly prepare yourself for half moon. Moving that left hand forward into the left. As you open up that right arm, flexing that right foot. And when you're ready, you start to slowly set yourself back in your warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And exhale, hands frame the left foot. And then you'll either go through vinyasa or bring all the weight into your right hand and find your final rock star on the right side. Take your time. And whenever you're ready, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. And just as promised, moving to side crow opportunity. Inhale, feet together, bend at the knees. Exhale, feet to hands at the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then I'll mirror you. So left elbow comes on the outside of right knee. Here. And then either stay here or play with opening up the arms here. Or if your hands want to come to the mat, or play a little bit with side crow, then feel free to do that as well. So that left elbow is, like the upper arm is a little bit of a shelf to support that bottom leg, the right leg. And then whenever you've had your fix, take your time, but then you'll come back through on your own in your chair pose, hands come to heart center, and then right elbow to the outside of left knee. Feel it hang up here, or open up the arms, or play with the side crow on the other side. Whatever you would like to do. Take a few moments, perhaps one leg finds lift off, perhaps both feet are removed from the earth, and then whenever you're ready and you've had your fix, you'll end up in Utkatasana, facing center. Inhale here, and exhale to straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, flat back. Now listen, go ahead and bring, let's go ahead and bring the left foot to the back of the mat. Okay, we'll just use this as a transition opportunity. So, right foot forward, left foot back. And then go ahead and just straighten yourself up here. And once you're nice and straight, notice that my knee is stacked over the ankle here. And then I'm just using my hands here for stability. And either stay here, or if you would like to bring the hips forward to lengthen out the hip flexor, you can do that. Or I can maintain that kind of like little square and use my left hand to reach back for my left ankle. Notice that my hips are semi-squared as much as possible. And then perhaps here, I inhale the right arm high to the sky. And breathe here. Inhale, lengthen any degree further. And exhale, release the quad stretch, drop the arm if you did it. Now, I'll give you a couple of options here, okay? So option one is to go to scissors, which I'll actually show in a second. So option one, we'll call it lounge lunge. So that right foot will come forward and to the right, left hand drops down, and then check it out. With this left hip, I just let it kind of start to sink towards the mat and bring a little bit of weight here. I'm literally just like hanging out here. It feels really, really nice. And then if you choose this option, then your right hand can come to that left ankle, and you can give yourself a quad stretch on the other side. So this can feel really nice for restorative situations. Or if you want to play with scissors, then the hands will come to the mat here. You'll start to find chaturanga arms with that 90-degree bend in the arms, forward and find the bend, and then perhaps one or both legs will straighten. Otherwise, if that doesn't float your boat, then we'll all just meet here. Take your time. Wherever you are, breathe, inhale. And on the exhale, come back up, just straighten. Hands will frame that right foot, and check it out. Left toes tuck, left knee lifts, and I just switch my feet. And then right knee touches down. You can find that kind of square situation, that 90-degree angle in my left knee. And then let's go for that quad stretch again. Once again, if it's not accessible for you to grab your ankle with your hand, then we'll just move the hips forward a little bit to lengthen out the hip flexors. Otherwise, the need for stability. Or left arm can sweep up. And we breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen any degree further. And exhale, release whatever you have to set up for the second side. Once again, the options are to take right hand forward and to the right. We dump some weight into that right shoulder as the right hip comes towards the mat. Breathe here. Otherwise, if you want to go for that scissors, both hands will come to the mat, lean forward, and then straighten and lift one or both legs. Take your time with whatever you're playing with. Remember, you also have that quad stretch option here. And go ahead and release whatever you have. Left hip will come to the mat. You'll swivel that right leg around and come onto your back. Nice. And once you're on your back, then think about what you might be in the mood for energetically. So your options are bridge or wheel. So with bridge, you can take an option to just come to supported bridge for the entire time. You all know what that is. You all have this by now. So find whatever you use for your block, your blanket or your pillow or a book or a yoga block. And then just go ahead and put it under your hips for support and hang out. Perhaps just stretch the legs. This can feel really nice. Otherwise, if you would like to come to a bridge, then you'll ground your triceps into the mat, your hips will lift, and then your hands will clasp underneath you. This is going to be yogi's choice. So you have a few moments to play if you want to just hang out in here in supported bridge. In wheel, with the hands framing the face, then the chest lifting. If you want to play with walking wheel, that's an option as well. Or any other type of variation of back bend. Take your time with it. And once you're happy and you're done playing, then the feet will come to mats width apart. And then you'll just go ahead and swivel the knees in one direction and then the other direction. And your options are to do another back bend, to find another pose that would be really lovely at this point. So perhaps happy baby pose, perhaps plow pose, or perhaps we just start to transition into Shavasana. And this is where we're all. Take your time in getting there. When you're ready in your Shavasana, your legs will stretch before you. Your arms will come by your side. And you'll just breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, fill up the lungs completely. And exhale, release the breath. One more time. Inhale, fill up the lungs all the way. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale, release Shavasana. Start to bring awareness into your body, into your breath. Bring small movements into the fingers, into the toes. Tiny circles in the ankles and the wrists. On your inhale, you reach your arms up and behind you to lengthen the entire body out, filling up the lungs all of the way. Inhale. And exhale. One foot at a time, steps to the mat with a bend in the knees. Inhale. And exhale, roll over onto your right side. Right shoulder serves as a pillow. Left arm concentrates over the torso like a blanket. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand firms into the mat as you press yourself up to a seat. And find your hands on your thighs, or one hand over your heart and your belly. Or perhaps your hands will prayer, and the thumbs will touch in between the eyes. And together we fill up the lungs completely. Inhale. And stay here for the exhale. Inhale, fill up the lungs completely. Hold at the top. Relax the face. Take another sip in. And exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Next class will be beginning in a second.